Hello, good evening. Welcome everyone to Toby Builds AI. My name is Toby Taliabarambul. I've been in software for around 14 years now, and I've been doing AI for around 9 months. And I've been in property. I bought my first property when I was like 26, and ever since then, I've been investing in and out of property. I was doing a deal sourcing for around 8-9 months essentially, really. And then now I'm doing AI consulting for businesses, where I go into businesses and I automate their processes essentially. So today, essentially, as part of the series, we've been working on this kind of automated deal analyzer. And the way it works is that, or way I'm trying to get it work, is that it'll be some form of plugin, that will scan through properties on Rightmove, looks at the sold properties, and then looks at the land register and everything in order to figure out the right GDV for that property, really. So yeah, I mean, obviously we'll add on features more in the future, but yeah, that's kind of how I want it to be. So yeah, let's resume really. So last time we got the plugin so that it kind of it works fairly well. It the plugin works in the sense that you can have a link on all the properties, or you can have a little button on all the properties, or you can click on the kind of sweep button at the bottom. That will kind of go through all the properties on the listing and then give you an analysis, really. That's more or less how far we got last time. And then yeah, it's gonna move on. So I think in today's session, I want to hook in some kind of photo analysis and then use that in order to judge the software, really. Okay, so yeah, let's get a move on. So share the screen. There we go. Amazing. All right. So let's see how far we go last time with the extension. So let's start up the server. So currently, how the extension works is that obviously the extension gets added to your browser. It speaks to a program running on your machine, and then the program contains all the instructions and all the processes on how to analyze the property, really. So that's how it works. Amazing. Okay, so yeah, let's get going, really. Okay, so now we got the server up and running. Let's do an analysis. So we've got this property here. You know what? Let's just go with this one. So right now we don't have an automated photo analysis yet, but we can add it. Oh, amazing, Richard. Yeah, thanks for joining. So we can see it opening up a new tab in here and then doing some analysis, and I think it works fairly fast. Yes, doing the analysis, analyzing now. So in the last session, we also added a dashboard of sorts, some kind of UI, like a pop-up UI on top. There we go. That's because they'll give you more of a. They'll give you basically all the qualifying comparisons, really. Even in the photo assessment, which that's the thing, it says AI, which it probably will. I mean, I have attached the. Well, I'll put in some credits so that it can use Anthropic's kind of AI for the analysis, and yeah, maybe it looks like it might be working. So conference low. It looks like it would have gone through properties, and the GDV is saying it's around 150 benchmark only. Okay, margin 53. Okay, fair enough. Okay, since the GDV is 150 and the property is on for 80, let's give it a quick whirl. So, I mean, okay, this only has like one image on it, so you can't even do a photo analysis on it. So, what does it come back with? It says that it needs a medium refresh, visible deterioration, damp staining, dated windows, and general wear suggests kitchen, bathroom, and fabric needs updated. Okay, I mean, it's only one picture, so you can't get any of that. So I don't think this is real information. What I'll do is in the photo, actually, so one of the best things you can do is that take a screenshot, put it on there, and then tell it in the photo assessment. Can you verify this is accurate information for this property? Obviously, when you do a deal analysis, and if it's a tool that you want to trust to use, the last thing you want to be doing is, be given like false information for it, really. So, yeah. Okay, you can see that screenshot to verify. Yes, trying to understand what I'm asking you to do. Here's a browser tool. I can see from a means for one exterior photo partially covered by the pop-up. Okay. I'm looking at the same image it did. The system's built from all the listings thumbnails. Up to 5. The thing is, it doesn't have that many pictures. I mean, it doesn't have any pictures, so I don't know where you got that from. Or telling you that no to trust it blindly, confidence low. Okay. Rather than the guess from partial screenshot, share the right from listing. I can open it in the browser and look at the photos myself. Okay, there we go. You know what? I think it wants to go into the extension and do it. So yep, there you go. I'll give it the listing. It's going to open it up, and then it's going to go in. Yeah, it's using Chrome browser. Okay, fair enough. Let's see how that goes. It's also, I mean, it's one of those things I was going to try and avoid using the Chrome browser just because I know it eats through your tokens quite a lot. So let's see how much tokens that. So yeah, we only use 8%. We do have quite a lot for the next hour, so we might be fine. However, it's just best to avoid as much as possible, really. Image tags, footprint. Yeah, it's trying to do a comparison between what the Vision AI got. Is it being rented to the users end? Okay, interesting. Okay, so it's saying I found something upon a listing and the has one for total. Okay, perfect. Confirm that with a one by one badge. Nice. Try to render to compare directly. The browser won't composite screenshot. So okay, fair enough. Currently, I've been working from a single exterior shot, claims, dam mode, high confidence, roof tiling. I don't know, you can't even see the roof. No, actually, okay, I guess if you once you click on it, maybe. Just don't understand where would it got it from. I think the more now this problem is telling me that maybe from the pictures it would be cool somehow to have it so that the AI kind of circles kind of areas that to look for potentially. Yes, some at least plausible to eyeball. Yeah, listing collaborates a general direction or specific one. I don't know. It's trying to do a lot from a. It looks like it's telling me information that is not accurate at all because it's getting that from a single thumbnail. But correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let's see what it says. Yep, the user was right to push back. Nice. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to just lie, really. I think because I gave it the credits, maybe it's just using them. But I would rather just be upfront and then tell me, yep, there's only one photo, I can't do much analysis on it. And let's just move on. You're not wrong. A few things stack up. So one photo has 5 specific claims: dam mode, roof tiles, brickwork, window condition, gutters. I mean, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I guess you can make some. I can't zoom in. Okay. Uh, some of the visible staining, obvious cracks could generally show up in photos, but claiming high confidence on dam mode and stretch. The prompt itself invites this. Moving scales from response down to photo count. The average shown does not. So instinct to distrust the specific flag, the correct overall grade C needs work. Plausible triggers. When we tighten up, have the server tell the model how many photos it's working with instead of to hold back specific red flags. Conference when there's only one. Yep. Yes, let's do that. So essentially, that means that if there's only like a few photos, maybe one or two, it just holds back from giving its opinion, which is kind of what I want. I think rather the icon tells you, okay, I only have 2 photos there, I can't give you much, rather than it try and take a stab. It's one of those bugs that you wouldn't think that you would get, but I guess you do. I think while this is happening, let's go through some of the OpenAI news that's come out recently. So there's been stuff in the news where the OpenAI firm kind of confirmed that while doing testing, one of its agents kind of got out of or broke out of the kind of parameters, the little secure area that it was put in order to do some tests. And then it kind of hacked into using unknown vulnerabilities, kind of hacked into another AI in order to find the answers for certain questions, certain security related questions, really. So Yeah, it looks like he broke out of a secure test environment during a trial and launched a cyber attack. The firm said that the incident was unprecedented and it was conducting an investigation with Hugging Face. Okay. AI agents are able to operate alone to accomplish tasks after human instruction. Wolf says the Hugging Face initially had no idea where the attack originated. When signs of it surfaced in mid-July, his company was able to contain the breach. Okay, that's good. That's good. It was able to see it, but then yeah, it makes you think like, what if it went unnoticed? Like how easy would that be? Right, hang on. The server. So restarting the server to pick up the. Wait 1 second before I do that. Okay, nice. Okay, so where are we now? So yeah, we're resetting the server. I don't know if I need to reset the extension and pick it up. That's good. Okay, it's the server that tells the model how many photos there are, and then if there's only one or two, to never to claim high confidence. I just don't want to do the analysis, which I might ask you to actually. Determines the backstop, so it doesn't just trust the model to follow instructions with photos. It returns anyways with force downgraded to medium. Okay. This is that carries a photo count. Yeah, okay. We can run an analysis on it. Yep, let's do it. Okay. So okay. If I refresh my page, is the same property going to appear? Ooh. Is this one we're looking at? I don't know. Let's do auto grade analysis. I'm gonna leave it auto this time. I think this is a different one to the one we were looking at, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it auto this time. I think and then see how that goes. Okay, there we go. So a light refurb, recently fitted kitchen, bathrooms, and new flooring with dated wallpaper. Decorative finishes. Okay, let's verify that. So recently fitted a kitchen, nice, with new flooring. Yep. But dated wallpaper, decorative finishes throughout require updating. So dated, yeah, I guess so, yeah, dated wallpaper. You don't normally see wallpapers anymore. The decorative finishes. I guess there's a lot of wallpaper. Not too bad, to be honest, really. I'm not really sure what it means by decorative finishes. The thing is fine. The garden might need a bit of work. Bathroom is fine as well, actually. Yeah, reasonably kitchen and bathroom. Yeah, I mean, I think it's done a really good job. And it's a B light refurb. For this, would I say it was a light? Yeah, I mean, the garden does need a bit of work, so maybe I would say it was a light refurb. It needs a bit of cleaning. Okay, fair enough. Nice. Um, then damp and moisture contains medium. Okay, and limited external coverage low. Okay. Kitchen, bathroom appears recently renovated, but only 5 is provided. Roof condition, exterior walls not visible from thumbnail alone. You know what? I think it's done a decent job actually. I'm gonna say for so in the photo assessment for each of the points, state which photo you are referring to. Okay, so um, so it's given, I think, a fairly detailed and fairly accurate. I mean, the confidence level is medium, but a fairly accurate assessment just from the photos alone. I think that's really good. And then, I mean, it hasn't worked out how much the refurb cost would be, which I can add in. Maybe look at the in a recent area and then try and use that to estimate what the refurb cost would be. Yeah, that's fine. I haven't added any kind of feedback thing into this yet in order to update. Yeah, that's something I can also add in the future. Okay, so while it's doing that, based on its comparisons, where is it got it from? It looks like there. So this one, let's figure out where the postcode is first. Property sale history, BL2 to QH, TQP. Guess there's no TQH. Right, it's fine. I mean, it's close enough to be fair. And it's there's 0.1 mile, 3 bed. Right, let's do a comparison. So it's 3 bed, 3 bed. It looks very nice. It looks very nice. Really nice, actually. Very beautiful. Incredible. And it's sold for 222. This one's on property for 150. I mean, considering it's a good property, I wonder why the massive difference is. Does it take it as a comparison? 222. It says it's qualifying. Potentially. It does have a big price difference, so that must mean something. Oh, there we go. There's a floor map. Let's see what that brings up. So the loft, bedrooms. Let's see if this also looks similar. Kitchen, dining, lounge, kitchen, dining, or kitchen. Let's do kitchens. Okay, maybe that's a lounge. Guess you kind of combine them together. This is a bit long. It's also an end terrace for the 222. I mean, to be fair, 150. Yeah, maybe might be close enough. Bedroom wise, there we go. I think the 222 one might be bigger. All right, I think I might ask it to use the energy certificate, the EPC, in order to get the square footage and then add that into the comparison to go with the 143, 203. It's saying it's around 175, so it's not too bad to be fair. They put it for 160. I mean, it didn't sell for 160. But it says, after you do a bit of light refurb, you could probably sell it for 175. Interesting. And again, I'm not sure how accurate that would be. It also does look different in terms of house styles and everything, really. Although, yeah, a bit more garden front. I think this is a bit of a smaller house. I do wonder if that's the reason why. Okay, so it's done that. Let's do a refresh. Does it want us to refresh the extension? I don't think it does. Hopefully this one will stay there. Nope, it's gone to a different one. That's fine. Okay. Oh, look at this property. Honestly, it was on the market on May for 150, and then every few days it's gone down. So they are very desperate to sell this property. I think this will be one of those properties where you can put a good amount of offer in. Store chat. It might be fine. Okay, there we go. Nice. So yeah, like refurb. So let's look at the property. Maybe the flooring might need to update a bit. Stuff fine. Kitchen might need a bit of update. So it's saying kitchen, it's dated but functional with the original unit. So I guess if you're doing a buy to let, I think it'll be fine. Bathroom, no shower, living space, freshly decorated with modern carpet and wallpaper, but staircase and general furniture. Okay. No bathroom image provided. Can assess the roof condition, internal, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm impressed with it. Okay. I think could sell for 145. So maybe 145. I mean, it looks like 145 was the. Oh no, it does give it a rated cost, so 6,200. More than 3,800. Yeah, I don't think this will be a good deal, but yeah, apparently it looks like 145 is the rate for this property, really. Which could be right. All right, now let's add in the EPC. So for the comparables, you to find the actually for the listed property. I want you to find the actually I'm going to turn that into gold so that actually I'll ask for implementation from first. For the listed property, I want you to find the square footage using the EPC, and then also the EPC to find the square footage of the comparable properties. Okay. All right, let me just fix all my terrible wording. Okay. So now, footage using the EPC and also the give me an implementation plan for this. Ask me any questions as needed. I think because it's a bit of a big task. Because obviously it has to go through the EPC and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. And I'm hoping because of the plugin, it'll be able to go into because the EPC, it's an open site anyways, so it should be fine. Yeah, it might do a bit of waiting on square footage as well. That's really good. I mean, I don't know how to do it, but yeah, that's really good to work out the GDV. Yeah, it's kind of what I want. I mean, if the square footage is closer, then you want to rank in terms of estimates what's closer by the square footage, essentially. So yeah, this definitely makes sense. Okay, so right now, okay, it's looking at the EPC site, see what's in there, and it's trying to generate some kind of implementation plan for this. While it does that, let's go back to what's happening with the ChatGPT. So Hangame is one of the largest open source hubs for sharing AI models, and it's often used by tech developers and researchers. Okay. Oh, apparently the breach was very different from usual cyber attacks. Okay, interesting. Oh, apparently there was 17,000 attacks on the Huggface network, various IPs, addresses that will within a very short amount of time. That's insane. That's insane they was able to figure that out. Yeah. Honestly, Chinese startup Moonshot AI will release its Kinnick AI open source model on 27th of July, a few days' times, and that would also be interesting. Okay, amazing. All right, it's still doing this thing. I think if you look at how far we've gotten, I feel like we're very close to the end with maybe, I don't know, version 1 of the API potentially. So which workflow should the EPC derive square footage? Single card analysis. Yep. Now change the GTV. Use for similar filtering. Yep. There we go. Use it for the filtering. ABC records are matched by address, text, No exact property ID from Rightmove, and single risks have multiple EPC over time. Yes, but best guess. That's fine. If it struggles to get the EPC, it shouldn't do. Should be able to get the address of the property potentially, but it might not. The issue is I can't. There's not a tool I can give it access to in order to get the address from. So it has to use. Maybe I can ask it to use the photos and the area. The postcode in order to get the address potentially. Or get it to use the Google Maps and find. I mean, that's a bit more work for this thing to do. Okay, all right. What other news is there related to OpenAI? So so it looks like ChatGPT is launching some kind of a health. What that's about. So health, you connect to Apple Health, and then it will help you understand your health with more. Okay, I think it's just like a model that's maybe more trained more on health. Fair enough. All right, let's see what the news they are. If I type in AI and search and just look for news. Nope, news. Oh, Google's burning through cash through Google and Tesla shares plunge as AI spending rattles markets. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of big companies are putting in a lot of money into AI, but I'm not sure if they're getting that much return. Obviously, AI is great, but I think, especially if they want to train the model and get really good, it's a long term effort and it's very costly. But if it's a war that if you win, considering how fast ChatGPT got used up, I think it like within days, maybe 4 days, it's like million users. Considering like Facebook, that might be like I think around 9 months. Three, you know what? Why guess when you can ask AI? So how long did it take Facebook to get to 1 million users? So Facebook took 10 months. What about ChatGPT? All right. For the actual GTV numbers, noise configuring the core GTV formula today, symbol median qualifying, that's fine, protected by 34 golden tests. The flow data mismatch, it's a new exclusion reason, like existing bedrooms, blah, and show, yeah. I think I might do a weighted approach. Touch and lower the risk of test calculation. Or maybe, you know what, now let's go with the recommended approach. But changes the core GTV formula and golden tests. No, you know what? Let's go with weighted. Yeah, I think weighted is better, rather than because you're never gonna find the exact ones. So what you can do at that point. So it has to be weighted regardless. But maybe to some kind of trend. So with ChatGPT, yeah, for 1 million users, it took 5 days. Yeah. So Facebook took 10 days to get to 1 million users, but ChatGPT took 5 days. That's how fast it's grown. I'm sure you're currently right now. So which AI platform has the most amount of users? Let's see, shall we? Because I know obviously once when ChatGPT came out, um, all the AIs were in a bit of a rush to come out as well at the same time. Yep, so ChatGPT still has the most amount of active users standalone. Nearly 1 billion monthly active users. That's insane. Google's close behind. I wonder how close it is. And then Microsoft Copilot It's also there, but that's built on top of ChatGPT, so I'm not sure what that is. And then you got Anthropic. Fair enough. Okay. Nope, it's still going on. Yeah. So Gemini has hundreds of millions, and ChatGPT has a billion. Okay. Yep, it's still building the feature out. Nice. I think what it's done now, yeah, it's set off an agent, which is a bash script, to do a photo session for red flags. Okay. Oh no, that's our server, and then design EPC flow every feature. Yep, I set up an agent that's gonna create a design and the implementation and everything for this feature we asked for, rather than doing in the main one. Thing is, the main one is actually not doing anything, so I don't see the reason to set off another agent to do it. I feel like agents are good for multitasking, but maybe with an agent, I don't know. Maybe that's a faster way to do it potentially. Yeah, very interesting stuff. I need to also ask it um, whether it is using the photo analysis for each of the comparable listings potentially. We hope so, but let's see. Because obviously it needs to be only high quality properties. So yeah, I do also find that is every now and then I think it's a good idea is to ask the AI. I don't know, give you a list of instruction, or give you just like what do you know about this project kind of thing, just so that it's picking up on every instruction you gave it earlier on. The last thing you want is that let's say if you gave it something, an instruction or some kind of parameter or feature for the thing you're doing, maybe like a few days ago, and it's forgotten about it. That's not a good sign. So yeah, I think it's good to ask it every now and then, just to make sure that everything the product is doing is it's aligned with what you're doing. So yeah, it's doing its thing. It's still going to the EPC government site, and then try and get trying to get some information on it, and then trying to build an implementation code, which is really cool. Who knew? This time last year or even like a few months ago, we could be able to do this kind of stuff. I've been very, very tired today. Not gonna lie. A long day. Okay. So while it's doing that, let's let's go back and see um what the news can pull out. So so shares of Google and Tesla plunged on Thursday as investors were spooked by ever increasing amount of money being spent on artificial intelligence. So Google's parent company Alphabet saw its shares drop from more than 7%, and Elon Musk electric vehicle Tesla saw stock fall from 13.5. I mean, it's weird. I think both companies they are kind of heavily implementing in AI. I mean, it's the driving force for them. So for Tesla, especially navigating and for self-driving, and then for Google just for its search. So investing a lot of money into it, I thought would be a good sign. But no, it's because both report a negative free cash flow, so they're both losing money on a monthly basis, essentially. Okay. First time we will see a cash metric turn negative since it became public. Interesting. So it's eating a lot of money. Major tech companies race to capitalize on a new wave of AI technology. Investors are wondering when financial benefits will show up. Alphabet now expects to spend as much as 205 billion this year, mainly on AI projects and infrastructure, a 15 billion increase from spending estimated 3 months ago. There is a healthy degree of skepticism about the ability of these investments to generate a commensurate level of return. Okay. Yeah, I think companies are losing money. So if you look at the stocks for both companies, yeah, probably be going down. Question is it a good time to buy? No, no. Trump expands AI data center pledge in bid to ease power costs. Okay. Meta's new feel good AI ad uses a song about the world ending. Nice. Okay. What's that about? So Meta's new feel good stupid cookies. So Meta's new feel good AI ad uses a song about world ending. So on Thursday morning, Meta published an ad to its official Instagram account with messages that the artificial intelligence will not make us less connected and leave us behind. It was set to 1972 David track 5 years, which is about, among other things, the end of the world. Okay. Wow. Why the US are losing China AI stars? I'm not sure what that means. China's moonshot AI stole from Anthropic, Trump tech advisor says. Okay, so the AI was stolen from Anthropic. Trump confirms date for visit from China. Okay, to talk about AI. Startup founders urge Trump not to shut off Chinese open weighted AI. Okay. Customers prefer, that's very relatable. So customers prefer AI chatbots. Oh, you know what? I hate the sites that put a paywall behind things you want to read. Stop it. Yeah, fine, acceptable. So stop it. Customers prefer AI chatbots, says British gas owner 1300 call center jobs axed. Interesting. The owner of British Gas claimed that most households would rather speak with an AI chat rather than deal with the company staff as it prepares to cut 1,300 jobs from its call center. That's not good. So Centrica, the supplies of FTSE 100 owner, plans to cut 800 jobs as the company carries out targeted deployment. Honestly, it is replacing people really. I think, I mean, 1,300 staff in that go, but you could. you could utilize them to up their skills in AI in order to do more for you in some other aspect rather than let them go. AI isn't driving this particular job reduction. This mainly due to changing customer behavior. He said, what we're seeing is now is over 90% of customers actually use digital channels in the first instance and using 20% reduction in customer calls. Okay. We've got reflexive changes in customer behavior, blah, blah, blah. Profits from, yeah. But this one energy rose by 346 million in the first 6 months. That's insane. So the profit's gone up and 338 million in the same period last year. Okay. Microsoft replacing OpenAI's image model and PowerPoint. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're getting up to. What's it saying? So this is the plan is created. To be honest, the analyzer, data-driven, run cool the plans. Okay, let's just go for it. So yeah, accept in auto mode. Okay, now it's going to try and implement it. You know what? I miss table. We'll always use spreadsheets. Nah, let's leave that. Let's see how this goes. So it's going to try and build in the PC grading as well. I feel like every time we do this, we can only add in one small thing at a time just because how long it takes in order to implement something. I mean, we are implementing essentially big features, and if I were to do this manually, obviously this will take considerable amount of time. So this is still faster, but it's still a bit of back and forth and a lot of downtime, essentially. That one is doing that. Now adding EPC context section. I think I would like to. So once this part is done, I think I would like to also add the photo analysis or photo AI analysis in order for each of the comparables too. I think that'd be really cool. I think we might need to do that. So I'm not sure if it does that right now. So I think right now, I mean, I need to obviously check with Claude first, but I think right now what is happening is that for each of the comparables, it's obviously going into each of them and then just collecting information rather than doing any photo analysis. Thing is, if there's a lot of properties, it might end up using up a lot of tokens for that. So I need to figure it out. I think maybe we filter down by square footage and bedrooms and all that kind of stuff before we go into the photo analysis, so that we prioritize just using less credits really. So we need to build that in. I think this is coming on very nicely. It's coming along very nicely. I wonder if it's also something where once I get to a good point, I can maybe get someone to install this and then run it and then see if it's something that's usable. It would probably need a bit of testing in a sense that obviously I would still need to go in for each of the analysis, go in, do some testing myself, and make sure the numbers are accurate. But no, I think it's a good starting point, a really good starting point. We're doing really well here. What it does, I'm gonna check out the chat features in here. And you can do answer viewers questions. You can start a poll. Interesting. Okay. It's weird. Yeah, it looks like I can like type on the chat, which means that I'm not sure if I'm talking, why wouldn't I type in chat? But, it's still a good option to have. Oh, Google's thinking of adding a selfie sign-in. Interesting. So you just look at the camera and sign in rather than using your password. Very interesting. What is to that? Let's see how many tokens we have used. So we are at almost 50% and 30% for thing. That's fine. No, it looks good. Our usage credit, it is going up. 1422. I wonder why. It might be because of all the photo analysis. Yeah, it's good to kind of benchmark how many tokens would you use in order to pardon me. Yeah, how many tokens would you in order to analyze one listing? Let's see if you even take this as an average one. There's a lot of comparables in it, really. It will be interesting. Oh, it's got an APC of API token in order to access the APC. Okay, so maybe it might not need to use the plugin or the extension in order to go to the EPC site. That's interesting. Fair dues. Fair dues. Still going. Still doing its thing. So what's it doing now? It's an active writing session. Okay. Still going. It's taking its sweet time. It's been half an hour. It's been doing this for no, it's running the task for half an hour, I guess. Right? I was doing this for half an hour. Man, it takes time. Takes its time. Okay, I think we are done. So register. Oh, I see. To get a power token. Okay, so I need to grab that actually. Interesting. Okay, let's do it. Do the API. Okay, you can't get the right now. I can't get the API token, but I'll add that in later on. Add it to the environment file, and then tell me once it's in. I'll wait for the server, confirm health, and shows. Okay, amazing. All right. Well, before I do that, I will do. Tell you what, I'm going to do a compact. Let's do a compact, and then let's add in the photo analysis for each of the properties. Yeah, it was telling me earlier to compact at the end, or it'll tell me when it's good time to compact. I don't know. I don't think it is doing that this time. Potentially not, unless it's in a different session. Most likely. Okay, there we go. Done. So, for each I doing a photo only for the listed property, never on comps, only carry interest since neither source exposed image for sold property. You should be able to see images for right move sold properties. Okay, looks like it's using the browser in order to find out. Fair enough. Let's see where that goes, I guess. Okay, so right now no comms applicant for assessment, not because it's impossible because the code is intended for RM source one. Okay. Be a single thumbnail per comb, same reliability seeding code area. It multiplies version API calls to thing I do want to do photo analysis for each of them, but the issue is I don't know how much it'll cost. You know what? I think it might be worth just trying it out. So yep, let's yes, wire it up. But yeah, I don't know, I'll say wire it up. Shouldn't just need thumbnail, you should be able to property images new in the source. Oh, I think my phone just died. Okay, cool. I think that means it's time to quit. All right. Thanks for watching and take care.